You guys, it seriously seems like almost every single time I check my phone now for notifications from Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, etc., I am getting a new bit of information and rumors about NBA free agency. And like we've mentioned time and time again here on this channel, this has the making to be one of the craziest free agency periods we have ever seen in NBA history. And with all of these free agency talks and discussions firing up recently, there has been one team in particular that has been involved in a lot of them, and if you haven't guessed it yet, yes, we are talking about the New Orleans Pelicans. And in fact, within the same day that I am recording this video, some other news and rumors leaked about the Pelicans offseason targets, which has inevitably given us the sense of what this team intends to do this offseason. The only lingering question is if they are going to be able to do so, and that is what we are going to be getting into in today's video. Real quick, you guys, don't forget to leave a like on the video if you enjoy, subscribe, and turn on those noties to never miss another NBA video. Love you guys. Now, where were we, you guys? Oh yeah, that's right. Our targets are centered around the New Orleans Pelicans with one of the biggest rising stars in recent NBA history in Zion Williamson, who has apparently, through more rumors leaking this offseason, put a ticking time bomb in front of the Pelicans front office. Not necessarily him, actually. I should say his family. Nothing has leaked about what he has said about the situation, but nonetheless, just after Zion playing 85 total games with the Pelicans organization, and not to mention going into his third season in the NBA with his third brand new coach, his team is adamant about doing everything in their power to build a contender around Zion and hopefully keep him for the foreseeable future. The first couple steps the Pelicans are planning to take in terms of restructuring this roster to fit Zion appropriately, attempting to get rid of the heavier contracts on the roster right now in both Steven Adams and Eric Bledsoe. This would be done so by trading Steven Adams out of New Orleans to an interested team and ultimately just trying to free up cap space. And on top of this, the idea of stretching out Eric Bledsoe's contract and getting rid of him has been mentioned if there is no one interested in taking on his contract. And again, this might only be necessary considering the fact if no one is interested in taking on Bledsoe's contract over the next couple of years. But either way, with the idea of the Pelicans trying to ship these two players out of New Orleans, I really don't see how it can't be done. I mean, Steven Adams is still a very impressive young big man that can definitely find his way into a different rotation that needs a solid five. And if the Pelicans really can't find a suitor for Eric Bledsoe in a trade, I really do feel they might cut him instead of keeping that massive cap. But either way, if the Pelicans were able to pull off these two moves, it would ultimately clear up around $30 million in cap space for the 2021 offseason. And with this solid amount of cap space, there is obviously a plethora of different things the Pelicans could do in the free agency market. But the biggest targeting for the Pelicans that has been thrown around so far that was honestly kind of a surprise to me, I'm not sure what you guys are thinking about it, but it is actually Kyle Lowry of the Toronto Raptors. Now, like I just mentioned, you guys, when I originally heard this rumor come out, it honestly shocked me. Not necessarily for the fact that I anticipated the Pelicans to be pursuing other players in free agency. It's just I've never really put these two together in terms of the Pelicans and Kyle Lowry together in my mind. However, with the idea of this free agency signing being thrown out, there's ultimately two major points that come to my head with this. First one being, if the Pelicans are going to want to obtain Kyle Lowry this offseason, I feel like they are going to have to offer this man a lot more money than other contenders will. Because just to name a few, we already know there are contenders in the Eastern Conference such as the Philadelphia 76ers and the Miami Heat targeting Kyle Lowry this offseason. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that New Orleans isn't an anticipating offer for Kyle Lowry playing alongside the new rising star in Zion Williamson. We don't seem to know the full situation of Kyle Lowry, at least to my understanding right now. But if this dude is in a win now mentality, he's really going to need to get the bag thrown at him from NOLA if he's even going to consider it. I've seen a lot of discussions hint at the fact that the Pelicans should offer him around $23+ million a year over a 2 or 3 year span. And if you're a Pelicans fan or NBA fan in general, please let me know in the comments down below if you think that is feasible to bring in a player like Kyle Lowry, especially for a team like the New Orleans Pelicans who are dying to make a playoff appearance right now at the very least. However, to hop into the other side of what these rumors are making me think is that if the New Orleans Pelicans are targeting and trying to obtain a player like Kyle Lowry, that the Lonzo Ball era in New Orleans might be on its way to the end. Now, if you are a Pelicans fan, please take that statement with a grain of salt. Believe me, I personally would love to see Lonzo Ball stay in NOLA with Zion Williamson, but I just see the sense personally when thinking about it that Lonzo Ball's contract situation with the Pelicans is completely up in the air right now. And when you add to this in itself that the Pelicans are reportedly targeting one of the biggest free agent point guards in the market this offseason, it just seems that if they are targeting a player like Kyle Lowry, this really means they are not confident they are going to retain Lonzo. And I know as well that some people are probably going to be leaving comments like, what are you talking about? Lonzo can definitely stay on this team and play play the two alongside Kyle Lowry, which I do understand. This Pelicans team did run Eric Bledsoe and Lonzo Ball in the starting five plenty of times this season, and as well with what the Pelicans did with both Lonzo Ball and Eric Bledsoe in the rotation, Lonzo Ball ultimately turned into a better shooter because of it. But this situation feels like it's going to come down to the fact of if Lonzo Ball does want to be the main ball handler for a team. And if Kyle Lowry were to come into this rotation, again, I'm not saying it wouldn't work, I'm just wondering if it would be what everyone would want. Again, I have said this in previous videos, but I really do feel going into this free agency period that Lonzo Ball's value is one of the biggest question marks going into it. Because if you were not aware, Lonzo Ball is a restricted free agent, meaning the Pelicans can match any offer that is thrown his way no matter the size. But the question is, depending on how much money is thrown Lonzo Ball's way, does the Pelicans front office truly believe that they will see greater success if Lonzo Ball were to leave, they were to bring in Kyle Lowry and use the rest of their cap space to fit in pieces around Zion? Because I'm sure y'all know as well as I do, if you watch the Pelicans this season, it was a walking circus act. I'm saying that in the nicest way possible. Pelicans fans, please don't come at my head, but this was one of the weirdest rosters I have ever seen in my tenure as an NBA fan. Seemingly right next to the 2019 Lakers, if I'm going to be honest with you. But anyway, to kind of branch off of what I just said, if the Pelicans were to go through not re-sign Lonzo and bring in Kyle Lowry, what other free agents do you think that the Pelicans should target? Again, their cap space is a complete mess. It's all going to depend on if they are going to be able to go through with some of the moves that have been mentioned. But as I said previously, I don't think it is going to be impossible. I do see this team having some optimism going into the offseason in terms of bringing in new pieces and restructuring this entire roster. But yeah, once again, let me know what you guys think this team should do in the comments down below. As always, I'm really hoping you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, don't forget to go down below, leave a like on it, and subscribe while you're down there. Brand new NBA content on a daily basis around here, you guys. Trust me, you don't want to miss out on what we got. Especially with the offseason right around the corner, you guys. We're going to be covering topics like this all the time. Again, I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate y'all more than anything in the world. You all know this, and I will see you guys in the next video.